Howdy, partners. Welcome to Haunted Trails. This is our Down Darker Trails actual play podcast where we're going to play a little 4-session arc of that. And this here is our character creation. If you don't want to listen to us make characters, just go ahead and skip right on to episode 1 and jump right into the action. But if you want to learn a little bit about the system and the thought process behind these characters, let's stick around. Before we get into that, I'm going to thank our Patreon folks. They are Taylor, Drowrin, Miles, Randy, Yam, Colby, Thomas, Randy G, Laszlo, Hovo, H-O-V-O, Jeremy, Ben, Garth, Tyler, and Nelson. Thank you guys again for your continued support over there on the Patreon. You guys were the first to see the Haunted Trails artwork. So if you want to join the Patreon, check out the show notes. $3 a month. That's all we charge. And without further ado, please enjoy us butchering the rule set here and making characters, but more importantly, having a few laughs. Bye, everybody. Howdy, partners. Howdy.
Cowpokes.
We're heading to the Old West.
Ow!
We are going to be doing a little bit of Down Darker Trails for a little side mission here before we hop back into the Traveler, because I really want to run Call of Cthulhu, and I really want to do a Western, and those two bad boys had a baby, popped out Down Darker Trails, and that's what we're going to be playing today.
I do think it's fun that we can go from space to the past.
That's true.
The far distant future to the
Yeah.
past.
This is
Space
just
syphilis to regular syphilis.
Yeah.
True.
this is what RPGs
I do
provide
like
to
it.
us.
Yeah,
I do
Just
like it.
a plethora of stories to tell in any time period.
Well, right, too. You're right.
That's
Wait,
very true.
God
I
is
don't
my
re-
witness. You are right.
I don't reckon I'm right.
Yeah.
Now, for those who don't know what Call of Cthulhu is, Delta Green started as a Call of Cthulhu kind of module and grew out and made its own system. But Call of Cthulhu is a D100 based system where you are going to encounter Eldritch horror, much like in Delta Green. But you are just common day everyday folk. You are not a special team sent to clean up Eldritch horror missions. You're just a prostitute. Or you're just a hobo who just gets brought into this world and has to do crazy shit.
We are love specialists.
Snake oil
Thank you.
salesman.
Oh, the book says, yeah, that's true. Exactly. So, obviously, Down Darker Trails is a supplement for that. So there are specially generalized occupations for that, obviously, deal with the West. But I wanted to also give everybody access to, if it makes sense, the Call of Cthulhu book as well that has
so we're-
occupations.
Yeah.
So, because I don't, if there's something like you want and it makes sense from this book, we'll go from there. So, but yeah, the general rolling schemes are going to be, you're going to have a percentile of your skill. You're going to roll. If you get that or under, congratulations, you pass. And we've done this with Delta Green before. Shouldn't be new. The only thing that's really going to be different for us when it comes to playing this game is there are degrees of success in Call of Cthulhu versus Delta Green. Now, Jake, you're going to be kind of my backup to this because you run Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu currently.
Yeah.
So if I fuck anything up, please correct me on that because I want to make sure I'm getting stuff right. So you're going to have, instead of just having a normal success, sometimes I will call for a hard success, which is essentially, I believe, half of your score. So if you have a 50, if you roll a 25 up to 25%, that's a hard success.
Which is better than a normal success.
Right. But there's also an extreme success, which is half of your half.
I thought it was
Or a
one
fifth.
fifth.
It's 1/5 of your thing. So again, if you have a 50, that would be what, a 5?
A 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you roll that, that's like an extreme, almost like a crit in a sense. Because the only way the crit in this game is to roll a natural 1.
Yep.
Or like a roll 001. That's the only way to crit in this game. On the flip side, The only way to critically fail in this game depends on what your score is. Like so if you have a score under 50, the only way to critically fail is to roll, I think it's like 96 to 100 or something like that. But if you have a skill percent over 50, the only way to fail is to roll 100%. So that's kind of like the thing. So like crits are going to be less frequent because they're not double digits.
Right.
And I like it. It's nice. The higher your score is, the less likely you are to fumble. That makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. There's also going to be this thing to push your roll. So if you fail a roll, you can choose to push it, which means you have to describe how you're going about doing it differently, and then you roll again. You basically get like a re-roll when you do it.
But consequences.
If you fuck up, I get to go hard in that paint.
Right.
And I want you to know I'm going to go hard in that paint.
Yep.
You are acknowledging, okay, I failed. I'm going to try it again. It's not like I'm hero pointing it.
Yes.
Or
it makes sense.
You have failed, and you have to choose a different route to do it.
It's like you're doubling down to cover the
Right.
failure.
Yeah, exactly.
Good one.
So like that's and then also like combat will be different. We'll get into that like off of this. I don't want to get into combat. We'll talk about that off of recording because combat there's going to be a little bit of differences here and there. But the main gist is those are like the big keys between this and Delta Green from what you've played. And also Jake, luck.
Yeah,
luck is another big thing.
The best mechanic ever.
You're going to have a luck score, and you can spend luck to bring a score down. Like, so let's say you have 60 points of luck. That's your score. You can roll against that to make a luck roll. And as long as you roll under like 60%, you're good. You can also spend those points to bring your let's say you roll a 40 and you needed a 38. You can spend 2 points of luck to bring your roll down to a 38 and succeed versus failing.
Or down to a hard success.
Yeah, or
an extreme.
So so there you can spend that luck, but you don't get it. You do get it back at basically every session. You get the roll to get it back. And essentially you have to fail a luck roll, and then you get luck back kind of thing.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
So, but sanity is going to work the same. There is a little bit of different sanity mechanics here where like if you take a certain amount over a day, you get a phobia or a mania. Not like Delta Green where like you hit breaking points. This is very much like if you take over 5 sanity in a day, like something bad's going to happen. And there's a whole list of phobias that we'll get into. I just wanted to get us like started with making characters and kind of understanding. We got the roles out of the way. So let's get into building our characters. So I'm going to go through the steps here. That way we all have the idea, and then we'll get the rolling and we'll go that route. So I'm on page 42 of the player book, which I don't believe any of you have in front of you. So why would you? I just bought these bad boys. They came in the other day in the mail.
Page 42?
Is that the Keepers?
This is in the Call of Cthulhu Investigator's Handbook.
Oh, nice.
The actual handbook.
Well, they got...
I believe Darker Trails does have it in there as well. It's the same rules.
Page 9.
There we go. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, it's right up at the top on the right-hand side.
So you're going to be rolling 3d6.
Well, actually, first thing we do is got to pick our profession.
That's true.
Oh, you do pick your profession first.
That is
in this game, yeah.
Step 1, decide your profession.
Okay.
Right.
So let me go over the professions in this book here versus Down Darker Trails that you guys have in front of you, and then you can see if there's anything here that you would like. So the list of professions in the Call of Cthulhu Handbook are as followed: accountant, acrobat, actor, agency detective, alienist, animal trainer, antiquarian, antique dealer, archaeologist, architect, artist, asylum attendant. I don't know if that one's really going to fit here, but assassin, criminal. Those criminals, another one. Spoiler alert. Athlete, author, aviator. I don't think that's going to fit here. Bank robber definitely would fit here. Bartender, big game hunter, book dealer, bootlegger, absolutely. Bounty hunter, boxer / wrestler. That would be fucking cool. Burglar, butler, valet, maid, chauffeur, clergy, computer programmer, technician, hacker. Doesn't make sense here, so no. Con man, cowboy / girl, craftsman, craftsperson. We'll get that right. Criminal, cult leader, designer, dilettante.
So some of these are in.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, Why don't we just use only the Down Darker?
I'm fine with that if that's what you guys want to do.
I mean, the Down Darker Trails list
Sure.
has a couple of those.
Cool. Then let's
and then
do
it's
it.
exclusively
Perfect. All
Old
right.
Westy.
Then we're going only from that book. So, so start looking through there, see what you guys like as a character thing. What you're thinking, like, I know we kind of just dropped this on you, but what are you guys thinking for a character? Jake, you mentioned being maybe
You guys want to?
Yeah, I
a
think,
man of good,
I think I
guys
want to
wanna
be
see
a
a book?
man of God.
man of the cloth.
So I was looking, and Gunfighter seemed kind of cool, but I think I'm gonna have a little more fun with Gambler.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going Gambler.
Gonna be all fit into your Doc Holliday.
Yep, I'm your Huckleberry.
Such a great movie.
I need to go watch it again.
It's so good. Val Kilmer is just awesome. So, all right. So we got a man of the cloth. We got a gambler.
I think I want to be like a Native American assassin scout person.
You want to be a Native American assassin or a
Like-
Native American assassin?
Like
you're-
I understand where the confusion is. My descent of a person is Native American.
Ah,
I
Gotcha.
am very good at killing people.
Gotcha.
I mean, Gunfighter is literally like the first line. Hired gunfighters, often outright assassins.
I do. This is Chris's game. I just want to point out one thing. A huge issue I'm running into in my Call of Cthulhu game is people thinking that you can actually do something against Eldritch Horror. Thinking, I'm going to make a fight skill and I'm going to be a fighter and I'm going to shoot him to death. When it's like, your character will run or you'll die.
Right,
So just something to keep in mind is like,
Yeah.
we're playing like real fucking people.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
You're gonna have like 10 hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a monster's going to do like 4d6 worth of damage if it hits you, kind of thing. So, yeah, we're not doing pulp rules here. Pulp Cthulhu is very much more that, where like, yeah, you might have a chance actually.
Right.
So, and there's also a couple other little things I wanted to talk about. We'll do it off character, but there's like a couple cool features that they have in the book where if you have like a certain percent. And if you have a skill and there are multiple skills underneath it, like language or like guns or whatnot, if you have a skill high enough, you can take 10% and put it into the other skills underneath it
that's
because
sick.
it shows like you're well enough along, something along those lines.
I like
It was-
that.
So like it was like guns, because I think there are different gun stats in this one, if I remember correctly. But I don't remember because I've...
Yeah, it's firearms, handguns, and firearms rifle shotgun.
Yeah, so if like you have like a 50 in like handgun rifles, then you could take 10% and put it into, or if you have 50% in a handgun, you could take 10% and put it in, like give yourself 10% more in rifles because like you're used to handling a gun. Like a rifle's a little bit more powerful, but you still understand the mechanics of it, kind of thing. So, yeah. Let me know when everybody's got a class. So we got assassin. All right, it looks like we're gonna go gunslinger.
I believe
But
so.
Native American background.
Yes.
Okay. We've got a gambler, and we've got a man of God.
Yeah.
Man or woman of God. I don't want to.
Man of God.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, I was playing around with some kind of, I don't know, more brawny. Yeah, you were kind of mentioning like a wrestler fighter, dude. I don't
Hell
know.
yeah.
Kind of got that vibe of like someone who's, I don't know, not so, maybe he was like a, I don't know, worked for the, whatever mafia existed, like crime syndicate.
Yeah, there's
It's obviously
definitely
not mafia.
Like a
but,
bootlegger or something like
yeah,
that.
exactly.
But
Just like
alcohol
a
is legal.
thug.
So we're not bootleg.
Maybe they're making their own to sell against the government.
Yeah, so I like the idea of like being pretty just I don't know, yeah, like good at like jump, but like if I had to go from horse to horse, you know, those kind of situations.
Sure.
Fighter,
Soldier/warrior is a,
yeah,
but then that would
Something
mean
like
you were
that.
in the army, soldier-wise.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like I don't know, I like a gun would be good, but like part of me thinks it's cool that like
Outlaw?
guns are good at this time, but they're not that good yet, right? Like you know what I mean. So I think that this is a world where being not good at gun is kind of more viable. From a
I mean, yeah, boxer wrestler. You know, like maybe you're coming out west to like make some money, just like see if people fight you for stuff or get like a promotion running and going up and going or something like that.
Which profession would be most good at like knives? Is that still like gunslinger assassin or are they separate? I don't have it in front of me right now.
I don't know what the good knives ones would be.
I'm assuming knives are a thing.
Throw. I know cowboy/girl has throw, but otherwise it's fighting. Fighting would be that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so something like that.
Okay. Cool. All right. So we're gonna have like a boxer, maybe,
Yeah,
or a wrestler.
We'll say I'll distill it. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, part of me was like thinking the same long lines of you because I'm thinking like not Wild Wild West, but like the one with fucking I don't remember celebrity names. The Western with Jackie Chan.
Oh,
Shanghai
Shanghai
Nights?
Nights.
Thank you.
Shanghai Noon.
Yeah, and I don't know how this age sounds like it's earlier, far earlier than that. But like that had a lot of that where it's like, yeah, there's a bunch of Western.
I don't want any trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's a good. Could be. Yeah.
Does also open it up to any other thing in the investigator's handbook if we want to do that.
Yeah. Is boxer not in that one?
No.
Is it?
No.
I thought it was, but this shows that it is that era. So
Well, no. So, okay. So here's the.
let's go with the
occupation.
list here.
The list is artist, confidence trickster, cowboy/cowgirl, craftsperson, dilettante/greenhorn, doctor, entertainer, expressman, expresswoman, farmer, gambler, gunfighter, hobo/drifter, journalist/author, lawman, lawyer/judge, man or woman of God, merchant, miner/prospector, outlaw, politician, rancher, scholar/teacher, scientist/engineer, scout/mountain man or woman, soldier/warrior, and unskilled laborer.
Nice.
Yeah, just there's a couple of those that I don't know. I'd have to see how hard, like how influential your class pick is. But it sounds like a couple of those might work, right? Like the warrior might be one, or the there's another one. Yeah, so I'll take a look.
Okay. Cool. So let's
Here, you
get
want the book?
Yeah, thank you.
let's get to rolling some stats then. So
Right.
you're gonna get 3d6. Yeah, Tyler his dice since he never brings them.
Hey, I kind of forgot we'd be doing character creation. So
Okay, so you're going to have a couple stats here you're going to roll. You're going to have strength, your constitution, your dexterity, your appearance, your intelligence, your size, your power, and your education and your luck. I believe that's everything listed there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is interesting. I thought they were all going to be 3d6 times 5, but they're not.
Yeah, some of them
Yeah.
are 2d6, so
2d6 plus 6.
I at least
Yeah.
gave you 3d6 to begin, because I think everything's at least 3d, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
most
Strength,
is.
con, pow, dex, and
Yep.
what's app?
appearance.
appearance.
So how you look.
Okay.
You're here.
Which
Yeah.
ones are two? You said?
It's
So
on page 9 at the top.
well, we'll roll here. So strength is 3d6. So go ahead and roll that. Record that number.
Are we doing it down the line? Or are we just...
I mean, you feel free to write if you want to write them on a scratch paper, and then you can assign them that way. But then you got to remember what numbers were 3d6
Well,
and what weren't.
Let,
So it seems to me to go down the line.
hold on a second.
This is my page 9. It's a picture.
Oh, you can
it's
distribute the role, choose an occupation, then distribute the roles, or
Right.
distribute the roles.
down below it on page 9.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, it's the top paragraph on the right-hand side.
I'm gonna roll 5 between the ones that are 3d6 times 5, and then I'll distribute that, and then do the other 2 rolls.
Sure.
And just,
Yeah. So are we rolling for all of our stats right now?
Yeah.
All right.
So. Yes, yeah, so the 3d6 rolls are strength, con, dex, appearance, then size, intelligence, education are 2d6 plus 6. Sorry, power is also 3d6. And then luck is 3d6, so.
Oof.
Embrace the terrible rolls. Make the character better.
Yep. Okay, that's not too bad.
What is fast talk compared to like persuade and charm?
It's like being a con man compared to like charming someone or actually persuading them.
Okay. I see.
Like what's that? Like Bernie Madoff, like fast talk.
All right. Okay.
Good pull. Good pull.
Thank you.
'Cause it would be good to have, like, I mean, we don't have like the stereotypical, gambler, trickster guy. Like, we don't really have that on this crew so far, it sounds like. So
I mean,
Tom's
I'm
a
literally a gambler.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you changed. Okay, why did I think? Okay, got it.
On the 2d6 skills.
Oh my god. Two D6
Plus
plus
6.
6 times 5.
Yeah.
Basically just giving you
Alright,
a free
alright,
6
yeah.
on one of the
I
DDs.
like that.
Yeah.
Ugh, still very shitty.
I'll spend this time to talk a little bit about any other rules related stuff here. Yeah, pretty much I would say everything is going to be covered in the Investigator's Handbook for you guys rules wise. That will go over like the different skills, what they all do and everything, but also Down Darker Trails has it listed there. And then, yeah, I think everything's pretty much in that book of what you need. I think it does obviously lead back to Call of Cthulhu for certain things, but everything's pretty much in that book for
Right.
which I like. I think that's a cool thing to do. I didn't realize I was not expecting the
I got
the Keeper's Rulebook to be so much more like involved than the Investigator's Handbook. Like
Yeah.
all of the rules for like combat and everything is in the Keeper's Guide, not the Investigator's Handbook. Like,
Right.
the Investigator's Handbook is just straight up like, here's how you make a character.
It's-
I love that.
Definitely like crunchy enough that it lets you know, like, as the keeper, you got to know this. Your character, your players are probably not going to be able to
Yeah.
like quickly remember how to do combat.
Yeah. If you see anywhere where there's a DB, that means damage bonus. So depending on what your strength is, that's what your damage bonus is. So
I got my attributes.
okay, what we got?
I got 25 strength,
Okay.
65 con.
Ooh.
I like that. 35 dex, 40 int, so I'm kind of a dummy. 60 size, so I'm kind of big.
Okay. Yeah.
30 pow,
Okay.
which is really low.
Yeah, that's your
30
starting insanity too, I believe.
Yeah, 35 appearance.
Okay.
Pretty
So
ugly.
he's yeah.
And a 75 education. So it kind of makes sense that I like went to school to be like a
Yeah.
member of the clergy or whatever. So,
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Yeah, I like it. Tyler, what you looking at?
So here, my skill numbers are 70, 45, 35, 60, and 50. And I'm trying to figure out where to put them all. I think I'm going to do the 45 is going to be my con.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe I want to make my appearance the 35. Like he's got a scar or some shit.
Yeah, cool. That makes sense. Cut his nose off.
Ooh, Tyrion.
Somebody came, he gotten some bad gambling debts and they got an ear.
There was a book I was reading where if you were caught stealing, they would like cut a chunk out of your nose.
Ooh.
So like you were always branded as a thief. It was interesting.
So I think I'm going to put 70 into my power.
Okay.
And then...
Metagaming, I like it.
Hey, man.
you know,
He's got it.
you know exactly what this game intended you to not do. But yeah.
Hey, I mean, what am I going to put it in?
I figured you put it in like dexterity.
I think I'm going to do the 60 as dex.
Okay. I figured shooting guns would be
I
his
mean,
top priority.
maybe
I guess
should-
you're a gambler. My bad.
Yeah.
Maybe appearance then for 75?
Well, appearance is my 35.
But you're, oh yeah. Okay.
Like, I figure if he got into some bad gambling debts, got roughed up a little bit, he's got a
So he's
scar.
not a good gambler.
He is now.
Okay.
Or maybe he's not. I mean, who knows?
Okay.
And then... Yeah, I think that makes sense. 50 strength.
Okay.
Not very strong.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I'm catching up. What was the roll method of rolling like that most people are doing? It's like, are you doing? Is there any of the grace thing where you like don't use the bottom
No.
one or something?
3d6 times 5.
3d6.
Yeah. Well,
times-
certain stats.
Check page 9.
Yeah, it's in the
Fair.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I mean,
right
there's just so much in the book. I'm just
Yeah.
like asking
Page
for
9.
people's answer.
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
great.
there. So I have like ideas. Can I bounce ideas off?
Yeah,
to get
absolutely.
some-
That's why we're
okay.
here.
My idea is Native American kid, like 16, 17. Actually a girl, but cut off all her hair, so she looks like a boy.
Okay.
Everyone, and she wants that because she wants revenge on a whole bunch of people that killed her family, maybe.
Okay. That
and-
makes sense. They would do that in that time.
Yeah, and so she's dressed like a cowboy, and like has like the hat and everything. Is really good at riding horses, but she's like really good at killing, white people. So
I'm here for it. So we'll say that the tribe. We can say that the tribe was somewhere out of like Missouri or somewhere along there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend to remember what the tribes were at that area.
I was thinking Nevada, but I think that was one of the original 13 territories, but I wasn't.
Yeah, it would be as long as Nevada's connected to the people traveled up the Arkansas River. That'd be the only thing. Like you have to be on this
Sure.
boat. But yeah,
Got it.
other than that,
Okay.
so maybe the Navajo were in Nevada. I think.
There's a
I don't really think that's something that we should.
so in on page 11 there's some details on playing Native American characters.
Oh, there you go.
okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
get
just know that
later.
your character would be following these people for whatever reason. They went to Wingston, let's say.
Got it.
She found rumors, so she's got it onto the boat to get there. And I
Okay.
think that works.
All right. So I rolled 40, 70, 70, 60, 45. And if I want to be a gunslinger, I should.
If you're going to do knives and everything, that would be fighting, which I think is usually tied to strength. You want
Strength.
like your strength bonus.
Got
You
it.
get extra damage with stuff. So,
Okay.
I think I've decided my other 3 rolls, the 2d6 plus 6 rolls.
okay, what you got?
65 for size,
Okay,
70 for int,
okay,
45 for education.
that makes okay.
Kind of not very educated, but kind of trying to
Picks
swim.
up patterns. He's
Yeah.
intelligent enough. Okay, I like it.
And I don't know if we're quite.
We'll get everybody's rolled,
Yeah.
and then we'll go to the age modifier. That's be the next step.
And is it all of these stats like strength through education?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
And luck.
it's not.
No.
It is not.
So-
Page 9. Read
So-
page 9.
Okay. So strength is going to be 3d6 times 5. Con is 3d6 times 5. Size is 2d6 plus 6 times 5. Dexterity is 3d6 times 5. Appearance is 3d6 times 5. And then intelligence is 2d6 plus 6.
Oh, I didn't. This is so
Yeah.
unique that each stat has a different
Yeah.
calculation.
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
What'd you roll on luck there, Jake? Did you say that?
65.
That's a
65.
good. That's
Yeah.
a solid luck
Yeah.
roll. Nice.
It's good as fuck.
Is luck 2d6?
3d6.
3d6?
3d6 times 5.
Roll luck for me right now.
Yep. I got a 55 on luck.
That's not bad.
Nice.
It's not the worst.
I rolled a 14. So 14 times 5 would be
70.
70? I
think so.
Yeah, that sounds right. That math sounds correctish. Governor. I don't know why I threw that out there, but
Governor.
I'm excited because I'm finally going to be in my wheelhouse of doing voices, which is like Southern
Yeah.
cowboys.
Yeah.
I know.
I was looking up Old West terminology for like various things to say that I can fit into the Old West style.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so this is a PEMDAS question. So it says 2d6 plus 6 times 5.
You're just getting a free 6 on a 3d6 roll, basically.
Yeah, so roll 2d6,
so, okay.
add
If it-
those,
if
add
it
the
was-
6 together,
If
then
it was
times by
intending
5.
PEMDAS, it would just say plus 30.
Correct, but yeah, either way, it's wrong. It's like if following PEMDAS, then they should have just said 30.
Yeah.
If they're actually putting this in order, they should have put parentheses.
Probably.
All right.
So 2d6 plus 6, add that together, then times 5.
All right.
I think I subject to change once
Sure.
I get the rule book, and
Yeah.
I will order the rule book when I get home so I can go through it.
I got the PDF.
I do, but I like the tangible
Okay.
analog.
I picked mine up.
dangerously.
Yeah, I got mine at half price books. I was pretty stoked on that. So.
But I kind of picture my characters not being like super strong, but just really good at like, doing her job
Okay.
or his job because no one knows that she's a girl.
Wow. Are you going to have like a hatchet or anything like that for scalping?
Ooh, no. Wait,
or a blade.
I don't know where the line is.
I mean, they did that. It's
They
not.
did do that, but like,
It's not like
I don't want to. This
you don't want
is-
to be a caricature.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
So
I think she's just like really into revenge, but without being just really into revenge.
that was definitely something as I was plotting this out. I'm like, I don't want, because like the book talks about like, oh well, this god like is served by these tribes. I'm like, I don't really feel comfortable making like if everybody makes a white person to just be like, well, the bad guys are Indians and you're gonna kill like I don't feel comfortable doing that. So.
I'm all about representation, but I also want to
Sure.
like stride that line of not being offensive.
Right, I'm with you.
Okay, so she is 70 strength, 45 con, 70 dex.
Wait.
Dude,
You say did you start off saying I don't think it was very strong and then put a 70 in strength?
Yeah, because like I gotta shoot guns, right?
And what do you throw the bullet?
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Shooting
think-
would be
That's
like
16.
dexterity.
Oh, dexterity.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
aim.
I
Yeah.
thought you said. I thought
No.
you said strength.
Strength
Okay.
is for like
yeah,
fighting
you
with
said
knives.
you wanted to do knives and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
mentioned
do-
knives, so
I
that
did
would be
want to
good
do
for
knives,
strength.
but is that what?
Thrown
class-
would be like at like strength, like how good you could throw something.
But what class would that be then?
Assassin.
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 All right.
Yeah.
We'll do assassin.
Which is in the investigator's handbook.
I thought it was in that
not-
one. No, you're doing cowgirl. I thought that was
gunfighter is listed as
That's the one I was thinking of.
outright assassins.
Outright
yeah. So
assassin.
yes, that's what I meant for the gunfighter one. So
I'm gonna get the rule book when I get home.
well, that's fine.
Okay.
So
I mean, I guess if you specifically want to be an assassin and go outside of these jobs, go for it.
nope. Sticking them down darker trails. We made that comment.
Yeah. I want to be like a tornado, but then throw knives in the tornado. What is that class?
It doesn't exist.
I don't think that exists in Call of Cthulhu.
Damn
I mean, your character could spin around, but they probably have to make a con check to not get dizzy and throw up.
it. Fine. Okay.
Roll for inner ear balance.
All right. So the next part, I know you're still getting your stuff down here, Cody. So, age plays into a big thing in this game as well. So, decide on your character's age of what you want to do, and that's going to have some modifiers.
So
Like, let me go through them here real quick. If you're going to be 15 to 19, you're going to deduct 5 points from strength and size, and you're going to deduct 5 points from education because you're dumb. But you're also going to roll on luck, roll to generate your luck score and use the higher value. So that's kind of you're younger, so you're a little bit luckier. The other one is 20s to 30s. This one is make an improvement for education. 40s, you make 2 improvement checks for education and deduct 5 points from among strength, con, or dex, and you reduce your appearance by 5 because you're getting older, and we value older people less in this country, apparently. In your 50s, you're going to make 3 improvement checks for education, and you're going to deduct 10 points from among con, strength, or dex, and your appearance by 10. So among means you can just, the total has to be 10, but you don't have to take like 10 from strength, con, and dex. You could take like 4-4-2 or 4-4, like, whatever it be. Yeah, 4-4-2. I was right.
yeah.
Do you want to
No, my
explain what an improvement check is?
My best understanding of improvement check is you're going to make your education roll, and if you fail, you get to improve that skill by a D10 roll.
1d10.
Yes.
1d10.
Kind of know my shit.
So Chris, I'm
What's
going to get real random with this one.
Okay.
So I don't want to be 15 to 19. I'm taking that off the board.
Okay.
But that leaves 6 other options that have different effects. So I'm going to roll a d6.
Jesus.
Is there 6 others?
Well, so 20s or 30s is one.
Yeah, that's still one. Like, there's.
There's no.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's 60s, 70s, 80s. I didn't
Yeah.
get to
Must
those.
be
My bad.
so hard to get
Yeah,
into
so-
that age back then.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we are going to
true.
roll a die.
Okay.
One is 20s or 30s, and it just goes up
6
from
is
there.
the 80s. God,
Yeah.
please roll 80s. Please fucking roll 80s.
Ooh, it looked like it was about to be a 6.
God damn it.
I'm in my 50s.
Okay. Perfect.
And the improvement check you want to fail
Yes.
to improve. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
I believe.
Yeah, it's right underneath the ages.
Gotcha.
To make an education improvement check, simply roll percentage dice. If the result is greater than your present education, add 1d10 percentage points
no.
to your education
Cool.
character.
I did not improve. My character is going to be 42.
That's a good
40
solid age.
42-year-old preacher man.
All right, make sure you deduct 5 from among your scores and your appearance.
Yep.
All right, cool.
But that's 5 total.
5 total,
Not 5
yes.
each,
Not
okay.
5 each, yes. All right.
Oh, 5. Okay.
And reduce appearance by 5 specifically. So that's the only one that you do.
What age you're going to go? 15 to 19 there, Misha?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you are going to, you got to reduce 5 points among strength and size.
Yeah. So size. Okay. I thought you said education.
No, you deduct 5 points from education as well. You just straight up lose 5 education.
That makes sense.
But the other one, so you could do like 3 points of strength, 2 points of size,
Got it.
that kind of thing.
All right.
Or 1 point of strength, 4 points of size. But you're going to roll your luck again and see what's your current luck score.
65.
Okay, so roll again and see if you get a higher than 65.
Chris, can I borrow some percentage dice from you?
Yeah, I think I have some. Hold on. I think there's some dice in there that are percentage dice.
I'll figure it out in there.
Yeah, 60.
Okay, cool. So 65 it is.
Yep.
How's it coming over there, Cody?
For age or what do you?
No, you got all your stats picked out?
Yeah, I have all the stats. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Are you ready for age now?
I got my age. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
One thing that I guess I am curious about, you guys who rolled and then assigned, you did make it so like the 2d6 plus 6 and the 3d6 times 5 are separate.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
cannot,
I did those two rolls separate
Nice.
and then assigned within them because I
cool,
keeping notes.
Yeah. I separated them between like paragraph of numbers so
Okay,
that
cool.
I would know.
Yeah, I only had one outlier. Like everything was 45 or 50, and then there was 170.
Nice.
Just like Drano.
Yep, this is the Drano. It's the Mario build.
Fuck, I miss Drano.
Yeah.
He was amazing. Oh,
That's good.
somewhere he's just like killing people. Just
My fucking gold.
it's my gold.
Um,
Oh, can you make an appearance because it's gold? It's gold.
Well, no, it's not the same time period.
Oh, but I want it. I want it to wear it. Oh.
And on page 46 of the Investigator's Handbook, I'm assuming this might be in the Down Darker Trails, they kind of give you what the numbers mean by like what they are.
Yeah.
So like, for instance, your appearance, if you have a 50, that means you have average human appearance. If you have a 15, you are ugly, possibly disfigured due to injury or at birth. And then
me.
0, you are unsightly, and the others are affected by fear, revulsion, or pity.
Aw.
So it kind of just goes through there, like gives you kind of the ranges.
What determines that? Sorry.
Oh, it's just kind of going through like what the numbers mean as you're looking at your scores. So,
Nice.
and so everyone's got their scores, right?
Somewhat subject to change, but somewhat.
Right. So next we got to do damage bonus if you have that. So damage bonus is equal to, you're going to add your strength and your size. And then you're going to look in a table. So I have it here if anybody wants to tell me what you have.
Yeah, I have the build +1 and then +1d4. Does that mean I roll the 1d4 like now, or is that just added to everything that I do?
Yeah, it just means whatever you do damage, you roll your damage dice, like for like a d6 for like a dagger.
Got it.
And then you add 1d4 on that because of your strength.
Sweet.
What that means.
I have an 83 size strength combo.
83, you have a -1 to your damage and a -1 to your build.
Thank you.
What does build actually affect?
Like grappling.
Yeah.
I do have the lowest movement though. I have movement 7.
No,
'cause
bummer.
my size is bigger. Yeah.
Gotcha. Tyler, what's your strength and size added together?
My strength is, after deducting, it is 46.
Okay.
And my size is 65.
So that's 109.
Yeah. 65 and 46.
107. Oh, sorry, 111.
Yeah.
Okay, you have none and 0 build.
No damage bonus and 0 build.
Exactly.
Okay.
Misha, what do you got for your strength and size?
So strength is going 70.
Okay, and then what's your size?
45.
So
115.
115. You are gonna have none, surprisingly. None and 0.
There we go.
So cool. Next up, we are going to do hit points. You figure this out by totaling by adding your con and size, then dividing the total by 10 and rounding down any fractions.
So I got 12 hit points.
Okay.
13.
10? I think I did that.
Okay.
Dividing by what?
10.
By 10. and rounding down.
Yes.
I have 10 HP.
Perfect.
Woo, 10 club.
And the next is going to be movement. So that's how fast you move around and do stuff.
Next on here for me is magic points.
Well, we'll get magic points.
Yeah, we're probably going to start with 0 magic points. Yeah.
This says equal to 1/5 power.
Yeah, it says 1/5 of power on here.
Oh,
Well, I guess you guys have some magic then.
we're not going to know any spells.
Yeah, you're not going to any spells, but it's a number to have.
What's movement?
If both, so it's basically going to be if both dex and strength are each less than size, then your movement's 7. If either strength or dex is equal or greater than size, or if all 3 are equal, it's movement 8. And if size and dex are each greater than size, move 9.
Woo!
If age 50, deduct 2 from move. So
that means so my dex and my strength are both under my size.
your move's 7.
And then do I subtract
2 off of that, so your movement's 5.
Wow.
And then your movement's going to be -1 because you're above 40. So you have -1 from your. It says if age is in the 40s, deduct 1 from move.
Cool. I was
So-
like, above 40 what?
Sorry.
I just completely forgot.
What do you got, Misha? You're both assuming they're both are above your size.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a tiny
So you're
person.
move 9.
Yeah.
You are quick.
I'm quick and
Cody,
nimble.
what you got
For which one?
for your movement?
Yeah, I am 7.
Okay.
Because my size is 80 in my strength. Yeah, so
Oh
there-
wow, he's a Jack
I'm a,
Reacher.
yeah, I'm a chunky boy. That
There we go.
those rolls were really bad except for that one. So I'm like,
Okay.
well, I guess it's going to size.
Nice.
He's gonna sit on people.
Okay, then you guys are gonna have your skill points to add as well. I'm trying to go through that to make sure we get all that.
So this is
what's it saying there?
Calculate your occupational skill points using the characteristics specified alongside the chosen occupation.
It's like right underneath your occupation. And then those are your,
Yeah.
the like skills that are listed or what you have to pick.
Yeah.
And then you get other skill points later.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you'll have that personal interest as well.
That's what it was.
Yeah, we'll wait till you get your skills written down. I'm not gonna. If you want to just do your skills off, you can. That's fine.
I have 220 points.
That's a lot. Yeah. So I don't want to make you guys do that all now. But just make sure you have your amount down that you want to add.
Skills, whatever your profession was. Yeah.
Thanks. These photos are amazing. It's just like an old timey video photo of like this horse looking at the camera. It's pretty
I have 246 points altogether.
There you go. Nice. And obviously, I think you get. Is there a limit to what you can start out with, or can you go up to 99 to start with?
I'm
remember.
not sure, to be honest. I don't like.
It will say
I
in the
don't think
book.
you can get 99.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. I don't know.
So we have to put them within the skills of our
Occupation.
occupation.
Yeah.
Your occupational skill points. After this, we'll get personal pursuit skill points that you can put in anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm missing the part where like it just says occupation skill points like whatever strength times 2. What does that actually mean? Like are these assigned to
The-
stats or something?
2 bullet points under that says skills in your occupation. Those are the skills that you can use your occupational skill points on.
So if it says strength times 2, what your strength is 80.
Yes.
So
You're
you'd have
going to get a really big number, and you are going to distribute that among those.
yeah, so you'd have 160
okay.
points, and
Got
you could put them just into those skills to bring them
Okay.
up.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's okay. Is there any limits?
Oh.
Like what? It's like I have 80 and let's just say I have a 70 in strength. I could apply that to natural.
No, you
world.
don't. You don't apply 70. You need to do that calculation. Like, okay, for example, my occupational skill points is my education times 2
Mm-hmm.
plus either dex or power times 2. I went power because it's higher.
Mm.
Education times 2 is 106. My power times 2 is 140. Together, I have 246 points that I put into these.
And okay, got it. As
Into
nuanced as you want, you can dice it up. Okay.
It's got to be
Yep.
in the skills
Yep.
of your occupation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
And this is where you can really either min-max or be a jack of all trades, because you can say like, well, maybe I do want to plug 55 points into history
Right.
and then 0 into library use. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
or you can say, I want to do 10 in each of these things and spread it all out.
Yeah.
Understood.
So
But then that also makes it tougher to get that extreme and hard success value. That's the only thing.
yes, but then also, so that's just occupational points. You were mentioning personal interest.
Yeah,
After
I was
this,
going to
yeah,
get to that. Like,
yeah.
so everybody get your skill numbers written down first. So I don't want you to lose that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go into your personal interest next.
I'm not gonna pick my skills. I have a pretty
Yeah.
beefy.
Yeah, I figured we'll do
array
that
of
off.
what I can
We'll do
pick,
that
yeah.
off recording. I just want everyone to have that number so they know what they're going with.
This is also a system where we don't necessarily need to worry about everybody covering different things. Like, pretty much the most important one that I found is like, if one of us has persuade, charm, or fast talk, and one of us has spot hidden, those are
Or
really like,
listen.
yeah.
Listen.
Those are like, there's a couple pretty useful ones like psychology, and then everything else is like,
Yeah.
on case by case basis.
All right, everybody got that skill number written down.
Yes.
Okay, so next we have personal interests. So the investigators also draw upon experience and knowledge gained from hobbies and other non-professional activities called personal interests. So you're going to multiply your intelligence times 2 and allot those points into any skills, which can also further improve your occupational skills, except for Cthulhu Mythos. Can't put it there.
But otherwise, these are free points.
Free points to put wherever you want on there.
I only have 80 on those. I'm
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty shitty.
Yeah. So basically, in terms of like skill allocations, it's treated the same as the other occupational skill point calculation. Like, it's just added. Okay. More.
Yeah, but you can put them
flexibility.
anywhere. You
Anywhere,
can put
yeah.
anywhere you
And
want.
I
Gotcha.
do like that. I mean, it's really similar, obviously, similar to Delta Green. But
Right.
Delta Green's always in like batches of 20.
Yeah.
You have
Yes.
the 20%.
Yeah.
But this is like,
You can
as
be
granular as I want to get.
Exactly.
It's kinda
51
cool.
points, so I'm statistically like a
I'm going
little
to
bit.
put one of my points into law, like,
Yeah.
and just
Right.
start with 6%.
Okay, cool. Lastly, I believe we've got where's that here?
But if you're looking to Down Darker Trails, so we've got to also do credit rating,
Yep, that was
which looks like, if I'm reading this correct, we use we do credit rating from specifically the occupational skill.
Occupational skill, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So those points have to be used in your credit rating in some form or fashion in the range listed in your occupation. Like mine, for the Man of God, is 9 through 60. So I'm probably going to put 15 of my points
Into your
into
credit.
my credit score, which like a 15
see.
credit score means I'm broke. Like I'm
And it
like,
starts at 0. Too.
if you start as like a college kid, I think your credit score is like 10 automatically.
Yeah, so
it's like
going by living standards here, 0 is penniless, 1 to 9 is poor, 10 to 49 is average, 50 to 89 is wealthy, 90 plus is rich. So that might be different for Down Darker Trails, but that's
that. I mean, it looks like it's the same here.
Okay,
if
cool.
you got Down Darker Trails, it's page 14. It's penniless. 1 to 9 is poor. 10 to 49
perfect.
average. Yeah.
and then make sure fighting weapon skills, you'll just make sure that you note those through your things. And then start kind of crafting a backstory for your character to kind of understand what they're doing. There are the book actually has some rolling tables if you want to go through that.
Yeah.
those are really helpful to like
And then-
make a character.
Yeah. And then lastly is just getting all of make sure you get your half and fifth values. So if you guys want to, we can go through that right now since everyone's got their stuff.
Yeah, there's
a chart.
Yeah, it's on page.
It's on page 59 of the Investigator's Handbook, but at Darker Trails it might be.
Yeah, it's I was literally just looking. Oh, here it is. Page 17 of Down Darker Trails.
There you go. So you'll just basically, your base number is obviously going to be your score, whatever that half value is, and the fifth value, and that's going to be your hard and your extreme successes. So, other than that, yeah, like you've got your character made. Once you get your skills, and you have your credit rating, pick out. I think that's how you had. I don't think it's buying equipment. I don't know.
Buying equipment, it basically just falls under so your credit
credit
score
is like how much
you don't spend your credit score. It's just a nebulous number of what you would be able to afford.
Gotcha.
Right.
So yeah, looking at your credit score, it would make sense that you guys would probably have some sort of extra clothings, probably a gun of sorts since this is the Wild West, but yeah. So I would say kind of look at that sense, what would your character have? and look at your credit score to see about that. But yeah. And then the other thing is, like literacy, I think you have to have an education score above a certain percent or an intelligence to be literate in this world. I don't have the book in front of me, so I'll see if I can find the page that has that. But that was another big part of this setting. I think we got everything we need for character creation. So start getting everything ready, and then we'll be hopping into some Down Darker Trails.
Cool.
Down Darker Trails, not a euphemism for a butthole.
You don't know that. Maybe that's going to be the adventure.